Just 14% from three over the last 8 games. He'll fade away and miss. Another O-board. Hollenbeck puts it back up.
Daberco, top of the circle, hands it off. Jake O'Neal to answer. The 3-ball too long. Hollenbeck rebound. Darling up base for 3. Now kicks it over. Here's Hollenbeck for 3, and he got it.
Montana and Northern Colorado right now are tied for first.
And there is a block shot by Dylan Darling as Jaden Jackson went up. Darling up the floor, looking, finds Jake O'Neal over here on the near side now. He'll feed it back over to Darling. Darling directing traffic. Stops. Now going to lob it inside. Hollenbeck has Abelman on his hip and driving inside, and the finger roll good for Connor Hollenbeck.
When NAU looks back on the game film here, they're going to look at those free throws. If they wind up losing this game, that's going to be a big factor.
Here's Hollenbeck with it. Connor trying to work inside against McLaughlin. Lay it up and in.
This juncture in the season is not going to make you confident, that's for sure. Shot long from Daberco. Put back. Got it. Another.
Gets a great take. Missed the 3, but still a good look.
First time in a long time this game has been within 10 points.
And we talked about it. Eastern Washington, for all their struggles in the first half, have really done a great job the second half.
Eastern staying in this zone. They're counting on the Bengals to miss their threes continually. Hollenbeck. Up and over! You have to be kidding me!
California opens the scoring.
And that's a big shot for Chris Gonzalez. Talking with the Idaho staff, he's gone through some ups and downs this season, but when he can get his offense rolling, the Idaho offense in general just starts to really get the wheels turning.
Idaho State loves to shoot the 3. Number 1 in attempts in the Big Sky. Meantime, speaking of threes,
You got to have your eyes up, and the vision along the baseline to find Hollenbeck was unbelievable there.
and a little turnover there by Mims. And here come the Bengals. Hollenbeck, left-hand layup, and it goes. And it looks like they got,
coming from the bench, and he can provide that and really give a lift for them.
O'Neal looking for a teammate, finds it in Hollenbeck. Now Darling still with just that one basket, the three-pointer. Hollenbeck from distance, yes. Hollenbeck to Bergen. Little pull-up there, runner, too strong off the window. The tip there by Daberco, or we should say Otten. Arena here, Stephen. Good ball game.
Yeah, you talk about warming up. Idaho, 3 three-pointers already in the second half, 10 on the game. Their shooting from outside continues.
And it's allowed the Vandals to retake the lead by 6, but Hollenbeck with authority.
The entire way. Here's Dylan Darling, up fake, steps to his right, puts up a 3, no. Hollenbeck with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Minutes before he fouled out, and there's a 3 for Miller.
Yeah, he just spotted up and drained that one over Hollenbeck. And now Hollenbeck on the other end with a drive and a 1.
Who would you not want to play in the first round of the Big Sky Tournament? Portland State is certainly going to get some votes. I mean, Montana's playing great basketball right now. They won 8 in a row. Northern Colorado's a very good team, but this Portland State team is very hot.
Here's Connor Hollenbeck, and he knocks down the 3 ball. There's a steal by Isaiah Griffin. Isaiah the other way. The layup, no. Hollenbeck, he was trying to dunk it, lost it, and it went up. Lob it, corner, 3. Johnson off the mark, no. Rebound, Dylan Darling. Long outlet pass up the left side. This is Connor Hollenbeck, lay it up and in. And just as Deont Myers, that's the ultimate shooter's role.
Yeah, that was a tough finish. Evan Otten, who leads the Big Sky in block shots, came over to try to challenge that, but he got a nice finish.
29 apiece, Bengals with the ball. That's Jake O'Neal just off the right block. Hollenbeck, right wing, another MACU three-pointer.
That was good defense by the Cats, just better offense.
Good look there by Zephyr, can't get it to fall, and Bergen almost loses it out of bounds.
O'Neal, great job going straight up on defense there.
And a huge three, livid on, they thought it was going to be a charge on McMahon. Bobcats kept playing through it.
Yeah, good no call. That was a flop there on the defensive end. And what a play by Aglan Polo. Just loose. Paul comes around. He just finds it and tips it in.
Darling with 20. O'Neal with 14. 7 different Idaho State players have scored. And it's been mainly those 2. Darling kicks it out.
Good defense again by Walker. Forced the kick out. What a finish.
Beautiful move.
short career here, and as you mentioned, his second start in his career.
While they have injuries, they're looking for a discovery of depth. This feels like the kind of player that they hope can emerge with 1 month to go before that conference tournament.
Well, they're going to have to make up for a lot of lost stats and a lot of minutes. 60 minutes with Tomley and Kohler out of the lineup, they're going to have to atone for.
Connor
press the tempo, Tony. Both teams playing really fast here offensively.
Griffin trying to back down now on Vartiainen. Vartiainen's had some great hands in the paint, and a 3-ball is up and good for a game that just turns your head, makes you go, whoa. Out of the corner for 3, O'Neal. He's 0 for his last 10 from the outside on the road. Straightaway 3, that's hit.
15-1 run over the last 3:15 for Northern Colorado. As Connor Hollenbeck will work in the backcourt against Jaron Reilly. Brings it across the timeline. Gets a little bit of a bump. Trying to get it to Dylan Darling. And now Hollenbeck gets all the way to the glass. Lay it up and in. Not good. Rebound tipped around. Came back out. Mitchell catch, shoot 3. No, the rebound comes out of there to Dylan Darling. Darling keeps pushing it ahead into the front court. Got bumped a little bit. Lost the handle but regained control both with his body and the ball. So Darling trying to get it down on that block, trying to post up Jake O'Neal. Instead, they'll go to the corner, and that's Connor Hollenbeck. Fall-away jump shot, good.
Mason Williams used his shoulder to clear out a little space there.
So we go back and forth here. Idaho State back in possession. Darling puts the ball on the floor, gets hit, kicks to the corner. Hollenbeck, a triple, good. And that is going to be, for the second time tonight, we're even at 28 apiece.
Mason Williams, 5 of 6 from the field right now. He is feeling it.
Darling tried to get it to Isaiah Griffin, nothing there, so he brings it back out on top and they reset it. Darling handles wide right. He'll work out beyond the three-point line. Now on the right block to O'Neal. Skip it across. Hollenbeck, far side. 3-ball good. Connor Hollenbeck with a mount. A foul on Mark Wart, but the Bengals will take the basketball and bring it into the front court with Dylan Darling. Darling watched by Stockton. Darling keeps the dribble alive. Now he's got Mark Ward on him. They switch it back to Stockton. Darling out to Hollenbeck. Connor drives into the paint, gets bumped, goes to the glass, lay it up and in. Connor Hollenbeck.
When Eastern was unbeaten in Big Sky play 2 seasons ago. Mason Williams is single-handedly keeping Eastern in this ball game. He's got 17 of their 34 points, exactly half.
And all 8 of their points here in the second half.
And he came into this game shooting 41% from the field. He's shooting 7 of 9 tonight.
So it'll be Idaho State with the ball. A.J. Bergen whips it to the corner. Hollenbeck, a 3-ball. And when Connor Hollenbeck is hitting around jump shot, boy, it rattled around. Found a ton of iron, but finally went through the net.
Mason Williams is having a career night tonight.
19 points for Mason Williams. He had a career-high 28 versus Montana back on January 2nd. Here's Evan Otten. Gives it off to Isaiah Griffin. Over to Hollenbeck. 8 to shoot. Hollenbeck's triple is good. And Connor Hollenbeck finds Mason Williams. This time it's going to be Isaiah Griffin, one of the better Bengal defenders. And he lost the handle on the basketball. A.J. Bergen comes out of there with it. Gets it to Darling. Pass. Connor Hollenbeck with a flush.
In the rebound. Good defensive possession for the Idaho State Bengals. Hollenbeck got Miller off balance. Wow, he thought for a moment he wasn't going to test. Myers patiently waiting for the Minot screen. Shane Noel from 3. Bergen all low on the weak side for the rebound. Bergen from San Diego. Now Connor Hollenbeck with the basketball. Darling in the paint. Griffin doesn't want to challenge Minot. Another wide open look for Hollenbeck, and finally gets one to go.
10-plus points 3 games in a row. Shot no good long. Bombs away and good. Pass. Oh, yes. Flush it. Oh, the Drano jam right there. Holt. Bombs away and gets the friendly soft.
They're both very physical. Here's Money Williams, and he bounces, gives it away. Connor Hollenbeck coming the other way. He's got the big man, Bretke, on him, doesn't care. Connor Hollenbeck and Evan Otten out there to start the second half for Idaho State. And Brandon Whitney, Joe Pridgeon, Tajon Sawyer, Money Williams, and Malik Moore, the same starting five for both squads. And here is a left wing three ball, and that's good for Connor Hollenbeck. Or make it Connor Hollenbeck inside. The miss by Isaiah Griffin, but
the Bengals are controlling the first four of the second half.
Well, we are approaching the 2-minute mark of that four, and here's Connor Hollenbeck, another by 2. Here is Malik Moore. He'll try to answer short on the 3 ball. Here comes Connor Hollenbeck. He'll attack up the left side with a dribble. Now hand it back to his point guard, Dylan Darling. Darling guarded by Whitney. Looking for a little bit of a screen. There was a hole out on top there on Moore, but pretty inconsequential, but could have been a little bit more. Connor Hollenbeck powers into the paint. The hook shot rolls around and finds the bottom of the net. Somebody's got to pick up the guy on the roll, right?
Yep.
So here's Dylan Darling. Crosses the timeline. Watched closely there by Whitney. Comes off a screen from Jackson Green. Terminates the dribble. Finds Connor Hollenbeck. He's got the smaller Whitney on him. Connor trying to back him down. Does. Gets it in the paint. Hook shot good. Connor Hollenbeck. Members through Life's Financial Journeys and donating $50 to Operation Warm for each made Bengal three-pointer. And boy, they have canned a few tonight.
That is their 7th of the night. Whitney misses on the other end, and the Bengals get the rebound.
Idaho State a blistering 60%, and it'll go up from there. Hollenbeck with a ring finger on his left shooting hand, but sounds like he's good to go for tonight.
And Montana State comes out in a man-to-man defense.
And here's Darling on top, coming off an Otten screen. Can't get anything to develop there. 2 to shoot. Hollenbeck pull up, and we talked about
31% on the season. Not a great percentage, but you can't let him stand out there unmolested.
Well, 9 of 27 now, and that once again puts the Bobcats up by 3 at 11-8. Darling center circle, handles the dribble. Looked for Otten, couldn't get it to him. Connor Hollenbeck drives the baseline and
what their rotation's going to look like, trying to get a little more offense going off the bench.
So it's Jake O'Neal, Jaden Brown, Connor Hollenbeck, A.J. Bergen, and Blake Daberco. Give it up to Brown. Now Daberco. Blake hands it off to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck back over to Brown. They work around the perimeter. You got Jake O'Neal there posted up at the elbow. Find Daberco cutting. Nothing there. A corner 3 ball, and that's good by Connor from behind on that rebound. Crossover move. Kick it out. 3 ball. Griffin. That won't go, but Jake O'Neal with an offensive rebound. New shot clock for Idaho State. They don't take long. Connor Holland. 43-38. I can tell you this. This scout was done by assistant coach Stu Ingen, and he's been working on it for about 3 weeks. So far, so good for the Bengals. Here is a drive to the bucket, and that's going to be Connor.
DK swiped down.
Yeah.
Anytime you swipe down, you're opening yourself up for a foul.
It's so easy to see. Here is Jake O'Neal. Handles the ball here on the near side. Working against Brandon Walker. Flip it out. Hollenbeck elevates the 3 ball. Bang!
Wow.
Get it out, back to Zephyr. Now feed it on the left block. Brandon Walker spins, hangs, shot not good. Rebound controlled by the Bengals.
Good help defense that time by Hollenbeck.
Connor Hollenbeck with his next points will have a season high, and there it is.
Idaho State leads the Big Sky Conference in offensive rebounding.
And Idaho State has the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead here as Jake O'Neal gets underneath, kicks it out. Hollenbeck to Darling. Darling, stop, left alone. Good to see him back in there after that ankle injury. And Connor Hollenbeck. family member to play here. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. Here's a strip on the baseline.
Great play. Quick hands there.
Connor Hollenbeck got in there and stripped that away. No score as of yet. 18:40 to go here first half. A.J. Bergen takes the ball between the rings. Couple of dribbles to his right. Reverse back out on top. Hollenbeck drives down the lane. Off the glass and good. Line left. 16:44 left first half. Bring it into Hollenbeck. Connor Hollenbeck. Pull up 15-footer. Nice, good. Connor Hollenbeck. So A.J. Bergen into the front court. Goes wide on that left side. Out on top to Jake O'Neal. Swing it back over to the right side to Bergen. O'Neal turns, faces the bucket. Now comes over to Isaiah Griffin. Up on top. Bergen, corner. Hollenbeck puts up a 3-ball and splashes it home. And Otten on the day already with 7 rebounds. As Idaho State's edge going to creep out there as well. Here's a catch in the corner 3-ball, and that's another one good by Ball. They lead at 43-19. Starters are out there. It's A.J. Bergen, Isaiah Griffin, Jake O'Neal, Connor Hollenbeck, and Evan Otten. And quickly they get it underneath to Connor Hollenbeck. And Hollenbeck, well-deserved.
And he was also a key player on one of the College of Idaho national championship teams. There are teams that played for the national championship.
So we're under a minute to go here. Bengals and Golden Eagles tied at 28, but Connor Hollenbeck gets it at 28. He'll get the ball down on the baseline to Moore, and the shot, Gray went up with it, and it was blocked by Evan Otten, and then Isaiah Griffin kept the loose ball alive. Underneath they go to Connor Hollenbeck, and the left side shot off the glasses. So it was a foul on the floor, so no shots here. Bengals will have to inbound it. They get it into Hollenbeck, and off the left side glass again. 14 to shoot. McBride spinning, hanging in the paint. Shot Harden off the back iron.
Great defense again by Jake O'Neal.
Absolutely.
Can we get Jake O'Neal a couple more years of eligibility after this year?
Oh, man. I got to tell you. I'd throw that kid on a coaching staff, though. I'm telling you, I really think he's got a great chance to do that. Here is Hollenbeck, a corner 3, and it's good.
The first 3 of the night.
The shooting foul, that was not the case. Obviously, the contact took place before the shooting motion began.
Griffin, one of just 2 players, along with Bergen, who played minutes for Idaho State last year. The other 2 returning players, Jaden Brown on the floor right now, and Evan Otten, the big man, number 30, both redshirted last year. And there is Hollenbeck of glass, and now Griffin gets a look at 3. Boy, this is getting out of hand on the old glass if you're South Dakota. If Idaho State getting everything it wants in that, makes it 18 now. So a new largest lead of the night for South Dakota at 67-49. Long way to go in this one, though.
And again, a better pass, that's a 3 in transition. But because it was a poor pass, it allowed South Dakota to recover in time.
Meza had a good run in that first half when Darling was on the bench with foul trouble, and a good finishing him in this second half. Big bodies going at each other that time, and Fens takes that round over Otten.
Put it right into his chest.
9 points now for Cam Fens, who continues his solid play here of late. Hollenbeck for 3 on the other.
The man in the middle.
And in the center circle is going to be Evan Otten along with David Tebow. And the Bengals control the tip. It'll be Dylan Darling. He'll angle it to the right side. Give it to Isaiah Griffin. Now back out on top to Jake O'Neal.
Embry-Riddle in a zone to start things off.
Out on top of that zone is Isaiah Wong. Also have Jake Klingler over there. Now they get into the paint. Here's Connor Hollenbeck, and Connor Hollenbeck
got a little too long on the lead pass.
So Darling setting up the offense for Idaho State. Jake O'Neal, they get it down into the paint, and that's a jump shot up and good. Down 5-4 with 16:28 to go here first half. Lob it out on top for Isaiah. Griffin out of Knightdale, North Carolina. Gets it over to Darling. Back over to Isaiah. Now Jake O'Neal between the rings. Top of the circle. Back to Dylan Darling and O'Neal. Jake. Whip a pass to the left. Into the corner. Hollenbeck for 3. Got it. Connor Hollenbeck. So Damari Hackett is checked in here for Embry-Riddle. Long jump shot from the far side. Missed by Noah Gift. Bengals on the run with Dylan Darling. Gets into the paint. Kick to the corner. Hollenbeck. Same spot. Same result. Another athletics and helping customers through life's financial journeys as a three-point try put up and missed. Every three-pointer this year by ISU, Mountain America Credit Union donates to Operation Warm in East Idaho. And there is Connor Hollenbeck again. He's got
a lot of opportunities from distance against this 2-3 zone.
Here's Connor Ivey with the basketball, and he lost the handle on it. It gets knocked around, tracks it back down, gives it up. Now Idaho State with the ball, push it ahead with Jake O'Neal, scoop it, and the shot up and good, and a foul. Back comes J.C. Cannellan for Embry Riddle. Now Isaiah Wong. Wong stops at the free throw line, stripped by Hollenbeck, and look out, big-time dunk coming here. Connor Hollenbeck. Oh, no. Boy, and Connor Hollenbeck.
Tell you what. Baldwin for Penn State and Ace Bailey for Rutgers.
Last night there was some wipeouts, wasn't there? 80 to 30, 108 to 30 something.
What do you think of Purdue? What do you think of Purdue?
I like Purdue. I think they'll continue to get better and evolve without, obviously, that big guy that's down in Memphis, but ran into a tough Marquette team last night.
Tough finish from Watson. Bilodeau faces and fires and in and out. But there's Johnson.
There shouldn't have been any hesitation from Bilodeau, though. You just made one. The defender gave you the space. Knock it down.
Hollenbeck does that. Bends back and swishes.
Well, at his size, he can see over a lot of the top of guys that are going to be guarding him at 6'7". Not a hyper athlete in terms of athleticism beating people, but long arms and big.
It's his second kind of off the dribble turnaround jumper of the night too. Nice attack from
for San Diego again, just offensively, and they've already made a couple of those mistakes, but the turnovers and mostly the travels have been a recurring issue for USD.
Early in that game against Portland State, the Vikings forced the Toreros into a ton of turnovers. But USD hung in there, came back late, made it a 4-point game. Extended possession now for Idaho State. That one will rattle home.
Are kind of slowing things down and being patient. Got those pregame jitters, obviously, they get going, and then you got to be able to settle in. And so far, it's almost like they're playing a little bit faster, and the game is moving faster than they need it to be.
Yeah, the speed and decision down the floor. This one is good. Stating onto the 1-point lead. Quentin Mesa, the sophomore from Utah. Approaching 3 minutes remaining in the first. Three, good. It's caught, lays it up and in. 4 straight for USD. Bradley with 2 fouls in the first half. Some foul trouble. Only had the 7 points against Portland State, but has come back here in the second half of 4 in a row for USD. Hook shot. That'll fall.
His Masters of Business Administration. Here is Hollenbeck, left wing 3-ball off the iron. But Evan Otten goes up, gets the loose basketball, finds Hollenbeck, drives and scores. And Jake O'Neal handles the basketball, left baseline, back to the corner. Here is Isaiah Griffin's 3-point try, no. Evan Otten gets up with an offensive rebound. Bengals get a second chance. Driving inside Darling, back out. Hollenbeck rattles home a triple. And
rebound of the night for Jake.
Yep, saved it in. Underneath they go on a pass. It's Hollenbeck off the miss of Isaiah.
And hits the second as well.
It was a really slow start at the free throw line for USC, but the Trojans starting to heat it up.
Abo has hit a couple here in the second half. Quad as well. Trojans 6 of 6 from the line. Darling down the right alley. Skips it. Corner 3. Knocks it.
Who won the national championship a year ago at the College of Idaho. Here Boise. Another hustle play, and O'Neal steals the possession away. Shovel pass down low, and a layup is good. Connor
right there. Maybe it could have happened if the lob was on point.
Darling hung in the air that time. Couldn't quite pull it down, but he gets his own rebound. Baseball pass down low. That was a great find, and a finish down low. How about driving inside, handing back. There's the 6th block from Quaintance. Shot clock still going, but it's kissed off the window by ball movement indeed, and a much-needed shot for ASU. They were just 1 for their last 7 before that Big two-handed rim-rocking dunk. Under 3 minutes to play.
You know Phillips wanted that one bad.
Throw it down low to the post. Hollenbeck bang it down low. Tough shot, 13 feet away. Gets it to go.